the drama of Italian 90.
Be fair, it was a good goal.
Martin Clunes, Caroline Quentin, Clive Owen and Paul Merton.
Only a game after all.
An evening with Gary Lineker. Next Sunday, 10:15.
Movie drama as a war widow hunts for the truth behind her husband's accidental death in Afterburn at 10:50.
Welcome to Fantasy World Cup Live.
Later, we'll be recreating the quickest goal in the history of the World Cup.
And we'll be saying a big hello to David Sleeman.
Hello, I'm David Sleeman.
And his name really is David Sleeman. Let's have a look at that. There you go. David Sleeman's driving licence.
Yeah. Not
the funnest clip we've ever shown, but
yeah.
There you
it's
go.
A bit safer than David Seaman's driving licence, I would have thought. He had a crash on the moat. Carry on.
OK. Here's a few things we've noticed from watching the World Cup over the last couple of days. Mark de Gruyter wasn't playing for Belgium against Holland last night. This might be because some Belgian commentators really don't like him.
Oliveira met het hoofd. De Grijzer! Oh, wat een kans.
And this poor kid is still in shock as a result of his school sweepstake.
And where on earth did Nigerian player Taribo West get the idea from for his new hairstyle?
And it's been a good week for the England 1966 team. Jeff Hurst has been knighted and Gordon Banks has found his eye.
Moving on. Pleased.
Moving on.
He looks pleased. Statto, mate. How are you?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
You got any news stories for us at all?
Well, I couldn't help noticing this story in the News the World's light-hearted cup-a-load of this section. France's captain in the 1930 World Cup, Alex Villaplane, was later shot for collaborating with the Nazis.
They're
That's a very light-hearted moment.
Cup-a-load of this.
Oh, I don't know. What's that? By the way, what have you been doing for the last 2 years? Oh. I mean, not, you know, what have you been doing when we were off the air? What were you doing?
Watching plenty of sport.
Yeah?
Watching plenty of sport.
That's good. Didn't you do a programme, though, called Late Tackle with Gary Newbot?
Yeah, Late Tackle in the middle. It was good. Yeah, Late Tackle.
Someone over there watched it and was just laughing.
No, it was excellent.
Because we were watching you on one episode of Late Tackle. We wondered if you could explain the meaning of this facial expression. Can you explain it?
I think I got shocked by something.
Right, what frightened Statto, ladies and gentlemen?
Now, one of the things about the World Cup that's very exciting is that the coverage that you see is the same all over the world. What you see in Middlesbrough is the same thing you see in Montevideo. So if you can make your mark in the competition, you're literally world famous.
Right, now we thought we'd try and make our mark on the Scotland-Norway game. So we've got 3 genuine Scotland fans, right, who are really going to the game. Come on in, lads. Come on in. Here they are. What we'd like these blokes to do is hold up on camera, if they possibly can, some inflatables we've had especially made.
Yeah, they're the most appropriate symbols of Scotland we could think of. So they are...
The Crankies.
happy with that one?
Yeah.
And, of course, we've also got Secretary of State for Scotland, the Right Honourable Donald Dewar, MP. There you go. We actually want to see these at the Scotland-Norway game on the telly. All right, lads.
We'll all watch out on the telly. Good luck against Norway.
Luck,
Cheers.
Now, a lot of you will have watched the Argentina versus Japan game this afternoon, and it was good, wasn't it, to see Maradona in the crowd?
Has he got a cold or what?
I think he's got a bit of a cold. Oh, God, have they been knocked out already?
I can't believe it.
Oh, it's not them.
Oh, it's Anne-Marie Foss and Richard Wilson. Hello.
I just seen Donald Dewar.
Have you?
Yeah,
What, just
walking out there.
Oh, how did he look?
Terrible.
That'll be inflation.
Yeah. Marvellous. Now, before we go any further, I don't know if anyone could hear that, but the song that was playing when you came in actually referred to Richard Wilson and Dana International, who was meant to be our guest tonight, and who hasn't turned up at the last minute. It's absolutely true. Dana International hasn't turned up.
I don't know if you know, but Dana International is the sex change person who won the Eurovision Song Contest,
Yeah.
right? So don't get thinking, bloody, they did a bloody good job.
This is Anne-Marie Foss, who, of course, is Live TV's weather girl. And thank you very much for turning up at very short notice, Anne-Marie.
No
That's very
problem
nice of you.
whatsoever.
We must tell the nation, though, that the reason Dana International hasn't turned up, this is true, is she has got chronic diarrhoea.
That's what we were told by her agent.
Well, I guess if you mess with your body that much, I mean, something's got to go wrong somewhere.
Yes. Did they only do the front bit? Sure.
Well, I mess with my body quite a lot, but I'm all right at the moment.
I bet she didn't think, though, when she rang up, they would actually reveal that on live television.
No, I don't care.
No, I was
I should
surprised
explain,
too.
but there's two Wolves fans at the back looking very confused by the whole idea of a sex change. Basically, the operation that she had done, lads, was it was a very similar process to when Wolves replaced Graham Taylor with Mark McGee. I'll give you half an hour to work that out, OK?
What do you think, Richard, though? Do you think, because you're a pro, you've never given up on something because you had chronic diarrhoea, have you?
No, I mean, it's terrible being on stage with chronic diarrhoea.
Yes.
Because you don't know when you've got to run off. But I've never missed a show, no. I've never missed a rehearsal.
Really?
Never missed a day.
God, you
If it was a West End run.
Touch wood.
Thinking on me feet, thinking on me feet. She only cancelled about an hour
My neighbour
ago.
back home, he's a farmer. He's the biggest farmer in Overhalla, where I come from. And
Where'd you come from?
a place in Norway.
OK.
And he had chronic diarrhoea, and he accidentally, on his way from the house to the barn, filled up his wellies.
Really?
Sad.
A farmer could just use it as manure, though. I would
Yes.
It's a marvellous story of
Maybe
Norwegian life.
It is, isn't
though. One that I will always carry with me.
While we're talking about things
You went very
about-
high then, I was
about-
quite frightened.
I did. While we're
I
talking
thought you
about...
stood on a goose.
No, I'm trying to do a bit of a link here. While we're talking about footwear, OK, what do you think of these?
Of course, when you do this show, you do see your feet a lot because you're always sticking them out. This is better. This is much better.
Well, these especially for the England-Tunisia game. We're going to wear these tomorrow for
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah, very good.
great.
Do they come in the Scottish blue as well?
I think we could have some made for you. in
Oh,
Scottish
that'd be
blue.
wonderful.
Yeah, you won't be wearing them for very long, obviously. Sorry, everybody.
We'll see about that.
Sorry?
You'll see about that.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
So, you're obviously Scottish, Richard. Will you be watching the England? Do you care about England, or...?
Yes. I presume, I'm hoping England will beat Tunisia tomorrow.
Good. Because you're a Man United fan, so presumably at least you want to see the Man United players.
Yes, right. The Man United in the Norway team as well. They're all over the place. It's interesting, of course, that there are not many Scots from Man United in the Scottish team.
Is it true, by the way, you know that Dennis Bergkamp was named after Dennis Law? Is it true that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was named after Mr. Lardidar Gunnar Graham from...
I think it is
Yeah,
true.
I think that's quite a tribute. But
there's
we've been a bit worried about Beckham.
Yeah,
because
there's
he's
been a
gonna
lot. Well, there's a lot of talk about whether it's going to be Beckham or Alderton
Yeah, there's going to be a big poster saying historians. It's D-R-O-P-P-E-D. If you haven't seen those posters, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
So
we
why
are
were you
about...
asking me if I was interested in England? I mean, was there some racist...
No, it's just, it's,
niggling going
a
on
lot
there?
of Scots people desperately want England to lose every game, don't they, I think?
Who said that?
No, they don't.
Who said that?
Don't they?
No.
You liar!
Statto, you're actually a Scotland fan, aren't you? Not many people know that. Do you want England to lose every game?
No, not at all. But I think that a lot of Scots do want England to lose. That's Frank.
There you are. He's calling you a liar as
Well,
well.
What he's basically saying is, I don't believe it. Anyway, we're a bit worried about David Beckham because in the warm-up games, Ron Atkinson blamed Beckham's apparent tiredness on his relationship with Posh Spice.
Beckham's been on his bike.
We should briefly, there's some terrible rioting going on in Marseille, which is very crap, I think, very bad. But there were some terrible people involved, weren't there, Frank?
Yeah. That wasn't me, really. My family are watching. Don't worry.
I've got a fax, by the way, Statto.
Yeah, I've just got this from Wendy Phillips from Beverley in East Yorkshire. Can someone tell Frank to shave off those ridiculous sideburns?
What else did she say?
Oh, Anne-Marie nodded then.
Well, everybody's been talking about your sideburns, Frank.
Have
I
they?
mean, it's, you know, maybe you want to...
You don't approve?
I think you look a lot cuter without them.
Oh,
God, you're in there, Frank. I'll shave them off.
I bet Dana International wouldn't have said that. She's probably got a good big set herself, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's just coming down. There's not sort of no point, really.
There's no point.
Speaking of hair, can we ask your advice about something? Because, or both of you, really.
Well, we were watching Mark Lawrenson on the BBC coverage the other night, and we want to know your opinion about something. Here's Mark Lawrenson, right? And we think that his hair is like the roof of a thatched cottage.
No, it really is, though. You can imagine that, like little country pub, maybe.
Yeah. And we can prove this, because, like, here's Mark Lawrenson, obviously with his hair.
Right, and here is a thatched cottage. Right?
And they are.
Yeah, look, you can take that roof off. Not only that, but Mark's hair fits very, very. It makes a lovely. Look at that. Lovely little roof there.
And if you get a hole in the roof, you could use the tash.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, as you, I don't know if you're aware of this, but we are actually #1 in the charts today.
No.
Yeah.
Which we are incredibly, I'll tell you, we've got our own TV show, we're #1 in the charts. It's like being Ant and Dec. So we're very excited.
Your humility is wonderful.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are excited. Vindaloo, Vindaloo, ha ha.
#2.
Makes up for the
#2.
sideburns, then.
Sorry. Yeah, it does make up for the sideburns for me.
Oh, you've really.
I don't mean to offend you. Just
No, it's all right.
sort of.
Oh, dear.
They've gone.
The longest moment of silence ever on television for a second then.
They're absolutely gone.
Yeah,
Trust
right.
me.
And now, the first in a new series, Great Moments from the Lives of England Managers. Episode 1, rare footage of Ron Greenwood on the lavatory.
Great moments from the lives of England managers. Great moments.
That's
So
fantastic.
going back to our record.
You won't leave it, will you?
Now, do you find what we're do you buy much music, Anne-Marie, Richard?
Not your stuff, no.
No, obviously. No.
You're a
Do you
Scotland
find that
fan.
your modern records, they don't have B-sides anymore, they just have another version of the A-side? But we've got a proper B-side on ours. And the first record I ever bought was Back Home, which is the Old England record, which was brilliant. And the B-side on that was... you left a cow outside. The B-side on that was a thing called Cinnamon Stick.
Cinnamon Stick?
Yeah, which went like this. Listen.
Thank you, yes.
It's a great record. That's by the England football team.
Cinnamon Stick.
No idea what it means.
Do you know what a cinnamon stick is?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. This is one. There you go.
Can I suck some?
Yes, certainly.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Anyway. And now come with us on another trip down memory lane.
You know, one thing I learned in Mexico, you know about that song, The Mexican Dance on Your Hats, you know. And the Mexican dance on your hats. Well, they don't actually. I once deliberately put my hat on the dance floor, and this Mexican bloke said to me, "You want to pick that up, mate? Somebody'll step on it."
Welcome back to part 2. Before we go any further, it's time for great moments from Bridget Nielsen's chat show. Episode 3, David Hasselhoff tells an amusing anecdote.
I was in Prague 4 days ago, and this interviewer, I don't think he spoke much English, but he says, is people watch a good show or a...
Bad show.
Or business? And I said, well, it's both. It's a good show and it's good business. And then out of nowhere, he goes, do you like dogs?
Now, why do you think he asked that?
And I just said, I quit.
Even Bridget looked a bit embarrassed, I think. And he's achieving something.
Do you think that interviewer he was on about was the same bloke who interviewed Hall and Shepherd?
I liked it.
Oh, God, what's happening? There's no football fans here tonight. Hall and Shepherd, Newcastle directors, dogs.
Leave it, Frank, leave it.
They're all Wolves fans in the audience.
So, you are representing Scotland and Norway tonight, so what do you think the chances are in that game?
Ladies first. What do you think?
Well, I do like Scots. I actually have a few Scottish friends, but I really do think Norway's going to win.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you watch the other Norway game?
Yes, and we had lots of chances there, didn't we?
Yeah. They're a very attacking side, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. They're all about flair. Yeah. Richard, have you completely given up yet, or still?
Well, it's a crucial game, of course, and I'm afraid it's 1-0 for Scotland.
Yeah, well, we do hope Scotland win. We're backing them in.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
No, we do. I don't think the English gloat over Scottish doing badly very often. I think not as much as this Brazilian commentator does.
Bota na frente, olha o Cafu, tocou, soltou, o goleiro vai entrar. Gol!
So, do you like dogs? That's awful. Actually, one thing, Anne-Marie, I wanted to ask you was there's been a lot of talk about the wind and stuff and the rain in this World Cup. Yeah. So what is the weather going to be like for the rest of the World Cup?
To be quite honest with you, I haven't got a clue. Oh. So I just came back
You are
from
Live
Norway.
TV's weather girl.
Yeah, so I start tomorrow again.
So you completely, when you're on holiday, you don't even look at the weather at all?
No, I'm completely off.
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
Fair enough.
We'll talk about the weather then.
No, we'll leave that then. Well, no, I should say, again, going back to Man United, that on the last show I suggested, I don't know if you saw this, that Phil Neville looked like Albert Statto, right?
It's harsh, I thought.
Yeah, maybe it was harsh looking back, and we had a few complaints and stuff. Just a quick reminder if you didn't see that.
What do you think, Richard? I mean, do you think he looks
Well,
like...
I saw your impersonation, which I thought you looked more like him than...
Yeah. Well, I can live with that.
I have to say.
But we are
You're
continuing...
doing a lot of acting in this series, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to move into acting because it's easier.
Is this
I think.
Frankly.
Now we continue our Fantasy World Cup Albert Steptoe watch. Tonight, Croatian goalscorer Robert Prosinecki.
Go on.
Don't pass to me, Aaron.
Oh, dear. What do you think about our interview technique? What do you reckon? Because we're still working on it, I think.
Be honest.
Yeah, no, I think you're lovely.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks. That's nice.
Good,
yeah.
I think it's good you're bringing a new anarchy to ITV. You're not used to it in ITV.
No, they're not used to it at
No,
all.
I guess not.
Because, you know, some interviewers, you know, they haven't got it at all right. They just creep up on people when they're not expecting it. Like Martin Tyler of Sky Sports, he once crept up on Ron Greenwood when he was on the lavatory.
Well, I think the paper
Have you got any facts here, Statto, at all?
Yeah, I've got this fact. It's from Lindsay Kemp from Coventry. I thought everyone might like to know that apparently all of Britain's detector vans will be sent out tomorrow afternoon during the England-Tunisia match to catch the 1.8 million people in the country without licences.
Well, it's good, isn't it, that they're joining in with the spirit of the national crusade for World Cup. That's really terrible. I think if there's anyone at home, if a licensed man comes around tomorrow, it's perfectly legal to headbutt him.
Those vans are just nonsense anyway, aren't they? They haven't actually got anything in there. They've just got a big thing out on the outside.
Not at all. They just turn up at random. There's nothing in there. There's two blokes sitting playing cards.
Yeah.
Honestly, I used to be a TV licence, but it's just it's an empty van. No.
So you don't pay your license?
Anyway,
no, we don't pay our license.
Anyway, now I have to stop you there. Now it's World Cup Phoenix from the Flames.
Phoenix from the Flames, Phoenix from the Flames, Phoenix from the Flames, Phoenix from the Flames.
So, Brian, we're going to do the goal that you scored for England against France in the 1982 World Cup in Spain. The fastest goal ever scored in the history of the World Cup, 27 seconds.
Yes, there. Well, it just so happens that I've still got the gold watch, which FIFA gave me to commemorate the occasion. It's inscribed on the back.
Brian, when you was in Spain, did you have any trouble with the language at all?
A bit.
You should have got Dave in. He's done a bit of work as an interpreter.
¿Por qué no empezaste a jugar en el Chelsea de los años atrás?
Now, Brian, when Trevor Coogan got injured, Trevor Francis took his place, didn't he?
Yes, which was strange because Trevor never really got on very well with the coach.
OK, well, let's do the goal then. Now, you scored in 27 seconds. Actually, could we borrow your watch to make sure we get the time right?
Well, OK, be careful with it. Play Martin Tyler.
Couple. Butcher. And a goal. Robson. In under 30 seconds.
Can I have a hug? Can I join in?
From Terry Butcher's flick.
Brian, I don't know how to tell you this, but FIFA recently timed a goal that a Czechoslovakian player called Václav Masek scored in the 1962 World Cup.
So?
It was 15 seconds.
Imanuse was of Mashok, akci da hodinky.
What's he saying?
He says his name is Václav Masek and he wants that watch.
Ja, så kanske jag bara sätta kusten vissa. Stupid twat.
Never mind, Brian. At least you scored England's fastest ever World Cup goal.
Yeah, and it was the first time England had been in the World Cup final since that quarter-final against Germany in 1970.
Yeah, funnily enough, when we were recreating that goal, I felt the spirit of the 1970 side hanging over me.
You've been drinking?
No, wait a minute. Look. Look, it's the England team from that match in 1970, held, as it were, in suspended animation.
Have you been drinking as well? Oh, God, yes! Look, there's Peter Bonetti.
Quick, let's get him out. I know, he's missed it.
Wait, one of them's picked it up. It's Brian LeBone, the centre-half from the 1970 England World Cup team.
Look, Brian, it's Brian LeBone.
Are you telling me that you've done this enormously elaborate setup just for this joke? Oh, my darling, for your sex.
Hello. Still going. Ah, dear. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Thanks a lot for coming. Good luck tomorrow, lads.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday's guests are Mark Lawrenson and Robinson Crusoe. Actually, shouldn't it have been that Friday's guest is Robinson Crusoe?
Oh, my God. She's turned up at last. It's Dana International.
Oh.
It's Dana International.
Look here. Oh.
Could you perhaps tell me what you've been eating that's caused you to have chronic diarrhea?
Vindaloo, 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 la la la, Vindaloo, 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 loo 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 loo, Vindaloo, Vindaloo.